So, we start with taking the pulse, and even if we don't really understand what we feel, much more important for me is that you start understanding that the pulse is changing, whatever. And then, do you have any kind of specific complaint?
Nose allergies and ear filling problems.
Ear, nose, throat.
Pretty much.
Let's see what we can find also vis-a-vis the Constitution. The Constitution is the first palpatory method. And I told you that I always look at the entire body. So I look at the feet, and you can see that they're not resting equally. One is in a what's called certain angle, and the other one, goes shopping, doesn't want to do anything with this one, so goes the other direction. So here, I might say, okay, maybe there is some, orthopedic stuff going on, maybe some hip stuff going on, and these, of course, going to influence everything else. See, we look at the connection between the toes and the head and the eyes and the hips and the arms. It's one thing, it's one person, it's one bubble, that exists as a unit. So how can the feet not influence the head? How can the head not influence the neck and shoulder, arms, and so on and so forth? Everything, has a relationship. What I want to do at the very first treatment or approach or examination is, how does it affect the Constitution and how the Constitution affects this symptom? When you follow that thread, you have not only very good and holistic to the body diagnosis, you also have a pretty good treatment plan. So, Oketsu, left side, stomach 26 area. We go in, we go out, not so bad. Compare it to lung or immune, stomach 26 area on the right side. We go in, tender, we go out. Classic adrenal reflection is on both sides of the navel, yes? You know that around the navel is also, guess what? What reflects? Except the kidneys and the adrenal, what reflects? The nose. If he didn't tell me I have sinus allergy or ear, nose, throat, I would ask him, oh, do you by any chance have like sinusitis or sinus problem? Immune was more painful. Now the adrenal gland is around the navel at a little bit below kidney 16 on both sides. That is the first adrenal gland reflection site.
A little bit.
What I feel underneath, I feel a little bit tightness, especially not so much here, especially here. A little bit tightness. It's a 45 degrees angle towards the umbilicus, yes? No. So the whole right side is much more, okay? So now the adrenal gland in Chinese medicine is part of, if you want, the whole kidney complex, and the kidney yin and yang of the body as a root for all functions of the organism is very complex. Okay, so we look also at the sides called daimai. Okay, daimai is at gallbladder 26, both sides. The name gallbladder 26 is daimai. Then we go to the ASIS. Now,
A little bit of tenderness.
Tenderness. And here. I can feel his abdomen is reacting a little bit more. The abdomen is his abdomen. That's why I have one hand, on the abdomen. His abdomen is reacting a little bit more on the right side. Adrenal gland more on the right side, immune more on the right side, the ASIS more on the right side. Now the ASIS is also a reflection of the sphenoid bone. So I would say, interesting, do you have more presenting symptoms on the right side? Mm-hmm. You do. Then the entire kidney line is, of course, checked by if we go and press on kidney 2. Okay, so kidney 2 is a region, yes, is this region here. We press it, and we press it. Fire point.
A little bit of tenderness on both sides, a little bit more on the left.
Let's organize what have I touched, and what was I looking for, and what did I find, okay? I was looking for Oketsu, which is a pressure pain presentation on the left stomach 26, negative. I was looking for immune, right side stomach 26, positive. Then I want to see, okay, adrenal gland exhaustion syndrome, or do I have a weakness, or do I have a imbalance, let's put it this way, at the adrenal gland level, and maybe that is why he's not healing. So I look at the right side and I do have a little bit more tenderness and pressure pain. I look at the left side, I don't have so much tenderness and pressure pain. And then I say, okay, but the adrenal gland can also be evaluated by looking at DIMI, looking at the ASIS, and again the right side ASIS is the most significant between those four. And then also looking at the channel in terms of its fire point. If the fire of the water meridian is too high, then the entire channel and its organ are not going to function well. On the left side, it's more than on the right side. Findings. What do those mean? Those mean in terms of acupuncture needling that I don't need to put the needle in liver 4, lung 5. I like that. I already eliminate 2 needles. Now I can concentrate on immune. Both immune points I need to treat. And in terms of the adrenal gland, I actually going to use kidney 9 on the right and kidney metal water on the left. I have a plan of treatment already. The needle that will release the ASIS correctly should also release the side of the umbilicus. Now, do you have any kind of signs and symptoms right now?
For the past 2 days, not right at this moment, I have.
So let's see. Stomach 2, pressure, yes or no? No. Large intestine, which point is that? 20. Pressure?
Yes.
Yes. And here?
Yes.
More. Do you sometimes also clinch or grind or hold your jaw tight?
I don't, but there is TMJ tightness.
Because yes, there is some tightness in the maxillary area, and it's not even, which means it's softer on the left side and it's tighter on the right side. And now we're going to put needles in.